Narrative Atlas is an online community focused on global competencies, digital literacy, and reaching the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. To log into Narrative Atlas, click on Login in the upper right corner. Once logged in, you'll be taken to your group page. Most members in our community belong to one group. Since I'm the administrator, I can see all of the groups within the space. On the upper left corner, you'll see Profile. The profile gives students and teachers a chance to get to know one another before collaborating on topics. To change your photo here, click on Change Profile Photo. You can change your cover image by clicking Change Cover Image. To edit your profile, click Edit, scroll down, and answer the questions. If you know HTML, you can use HTML. If not, stick with the traditional visual. Once done, click Save. Next to Profile are notifications. You can also see you have notifications here, and you also have them here. With messages, you can compose a message to an individual or your entire group. If you had any messages, they would appear here. To compose, simply type Compose. And if you type in the person's name, it should pull up. You can type in multiple people. Test. Hi, Kent. Now Kent will get this message. And when Kent replies, it will show up under here. There's a notification that Kent sent me a note. Friends are the friends within your group. You could also message a user by clicking on their profile photo. Hi, Kent. Now back to groups. Students and teachers typically belong to one group. For our purpose for this demonstration, we're going to look at Demo Group. The home page in your group gives students and teachers a chance to share updates with everyone very quickly. You can also drag and drop up to 8 photographs at once. If you have them on your desktop, you simply drag and drop them, and you can describe them. And then click Post Update. Another cool thing that you can do in Narrative Atlas while in your group is share content from an external website. This is called embedding, but what it does is it actually renders the content within the website. So this is an example of me embedding a YouTube video, and in order to do it, I would just simply press Return on the next line. I would paste my URL from YouTube. And make sure that the URL is not active. If it was active, it would be blue. So once I click Post Update, what should happen now is the video will pop up. And you have the ability to rate it. You also have the ability to reply to it. So that's a YouTube video. You can also share a website. And if the website is not behind a paywall, remember to press Return. It will automatically pull up a snapshot of that website that you shared. And this is from the Brooklyn Museum. Lastly, this is an example of Pinterest. So remember to press Return, and then you make sure to paste the URL, and it's not active. And now you click Post Update, and now it's pulling in photographs from Pinterest. Forums are used to create structured conversations where you're working specifically on a topic. Everyone within the group has the ability to create a topic. And similarly, here you can also share URLs from other websites if you wanted to, and it will also render. Once you click Submit, you now have that here. And anybody within the group can reply. If you're the moderator or administrator, You can merge comments, you can edit it, you can throw it away, but everyone has the chance to reply. Also in your group is a thing called docs. Docs allow you to collaborate with everyone within your group, similar to Microsoft Word or Google Doc. Here's an example of a doc that Kent created. If Kent was online right now, and I was online at the same time and editing it, it would say, "Hey Chris, Kent is on, do you want to kick him off?" To edit the document, click on Edit, and this is the document right here. Hi Kent. You can attach files to that document, such as movies, PDFs, or JPEGs that reference the specific topic of this document that you're working on. You also have other permissions here that you can add to it. You can organize them in folders if you wish, and you can limit access. When you're done, you just simply click Save. Members are the members within your group. And if you're the administrator, you have the ability to send invitations. You also have the ability to control notifications when there's activity within your group. Photos are all of the photographs within your group. Everyone in your group has a chance to create an album. If you click on Album, these are just simple examples of albums that were created. If you click on that, you can browse through the albums. And you can also comment on the albums. So those are albums. One thing to notice in Narrative Atlas is the menu on the left also can be accessed under your profile photo, and as well as here. Messages we've gone over, notifications we've gone over. Friends are the friends that you have within your space. Narrative Atlas has a rich set of tools for authoring content. Tutorials walk you through navigating Narrative Atlas and using specific tools. This one shows you how to record a video, this one shows you how to make a map, and so on. Map It allows you to create a story map. A story map we like to think of is a story from point A to point B or point A to point Z. We'll come back to Map It. If we click on My Story Maps are finished maps that we've made. Everyone within your group has a chance to create a story map. These are sample maps that I've created. For this example, we'll click on My Day in DC. You can see the author, the category that it belongs to, and this is a walking route that I created. If I click on bicycling, notice the route changes and so does the time. If I click on driving, it changes even more. If I was to click on one of the map markers, the content from that map marker will pop up. You can have multiple map markers open at once. To close them, click on Close. You can also change to a satellite view, and you can also zoom in. And if I get this right, I can drop it directly on the path. And you can navigate three-dimensionally through the map. If you click on this, it will take you to a full screen view of your map. To exit, press Escape, and now we're back in our map. You also can export it. You can also do a turn-by-turn navigation of your map. Down below are images associated with your story map, and these are more details of the map markers that you dropped above on your map. You can add video, you can add links from external sites, and you'll also notice here the temperature of the location of the map marker. Currently in Washington, D.C., it's 9 degrees. So that's an overview of a story map. Everyone within the group has the ability to create a story map. And to create a map, you simply go to Map It. To learn more about how to create a story map, go to Tutorials and click on Story Map. Another cool feature that we have in Narrative Atlas is the ability to record. You can record from 1 to 5 minutes worth of video. To record, simply click Record. You can take existing content that you've already recorded from your computer, or the nice thing about Narrative Atlas is Narrative Atlas is optimized to work on any device, on your iPhone, on your Android, on your tablet or any device. So if you're accessing this from your mobile device, this would pull up your camera or your library of existing videos. To record, press Record. When you're ready, press Start Recording. When you're done, click Finish. And if you don't like it, you can press Record again. To submit, press Submit. And you're done. Now, depending upon the speed of your internet connection, it will take anywhere from a couple of seconds to a couple of minutes for the video to appear. If we refresh our browser, we should see that the video is rendering. If you scroll down, you'll also see videos that other people within your group have recorded. The next feature that we have in our group is called Create. Create is a collaborative video editor. Here you can collaborate on a video project or multimedia project with as many people as you want to. To collaborate, you click on Create, you enter your email address and your password. This is an example of an existing project that we created just as a demonstration. And remember, you can invite as many people as you want to collaborate on your project. If they were logged in at the same time, you would actually be able to work synchronously. Here's where you can upload your own content, be it a video or photograph. You can also browse through stock photos and videos that are already preloaded. I typed in clouds, and I can simply drag and drop. Now back to our groups. And you'll notice the video that we shot is right here. And that's it.